Hello, 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 and a very warm welcome to my live. How are we all doing today? So, excuse me, just checking that the comments are working. Thank you for joining me, if you do join me today. So what's happening today? Well, the title is Connecting a Waning Moon and a New Moon in Taurus to the Tarot. That's exactly what we're going to be trying to do today. I will be doing, if anyone comes on today, I will be doing some free one-card readings. So I will get the disclaimer out of the way. The deck I'll be using today is the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. You need to be over 18 to receive a reading. If you are under 18, you need parental guidance and parental permission to have your reading. Not allowed to give legal, medical, financial advice or pregnancy advice, and it is classed as entertainment purposes only. I have to state that because I am in the UK and this is coming live from the UK. However, whatever information I give, it's up to you how you take it, whether you take it as information or as guidance or whatever. It's down to you. So there we go. So as some of you may or may not know, I created a book, Lunar Reflections. I had a dream, I believed, I actioned and I achieved. Excuse all the little sticky things, so that's for tonight. And I thought, oh, working back. So I'll be using the Lunar Reflections, harnessing the power of the zodiac signs, moon phases, tarot and oracle cards for self-discovery. What a big subtitle. Could have come up with something shorter, but hey ho. By Julie-Sian. That's moi. So what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to be looking at the phase of the moon where we are at the moment. And today we are actually, where are we? We are actually in a I've lost my writing. We are in the phase of a waning moon. The waning moon today is Pisces. The next 2 days it will be a waning moon in Aries, and then on Sunday we have our new moon in Taurus. Now you will notice it goes Pisces, Aries, Taurus. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It is a water sign. Then we come into Aries, and if you know your zodiac sign, the order Aries, Taurus, etc., that is the order in which the moon goes. So of course it's going from Pisces to Aries to Taurus and so on and so forth. So today we have a waning moon because that's the shape of the moon as it's coming to a new moon. And in fact what we've got at the moment, it's a waning moon in Pisces, where we are Thursday, Friday and Saturday it's a waning moon in Aries, and then we've got a new moon in Taurus. But what we have got on Saturday, it goes what we call a dark moon, the period just before a new moon. You can't see the new moon. It's there. It's there. The moon is there. It doesn't disappear completely. It's still there in the universe, as is all the stars and everything else. The moon is still there, but we can't see it because of the shadow of the Earth and the Sun, and where it is positioned on the horizon. But it goes just immediately before the new moon. We have a dark new moon. It's like completely dark. There's no moon at all. And that's what is on Saturday. So what we're going to look at first of all is, in my book, The Lunar Reflections, how we can work with this. And of course I have connected with the cycles of the moon with the zodiac signs. So let's first of all find out a little bit about the waning moon. The waning moon is, as I said, the waning moon is just before a new moon. We have a new moon on Sunday. And the moon begins to wane. We're turning our intention inwards and within. Because we've released everything, we had our full moon, we've had the third quarter moon, we've done our achievement, then we've reflected with it. So this waning moon, as it's just becoming the new moon, the waning moon, it's the last moment to reflect and releasing anything negative, any negative thoughts, patterns, anyone negative, releasing. Maybe it's time to quit that job, quit that nail-biting habit. I don't know. Release and reflect. But what we're doing, we're reflecting and going, right, we're about to start a new period, a new thing, a new cycle, a new moon cycle. And this is what this is all about. And we're reflecting on what is it that we want to create over the next 28 days of the next moon cycle. And this is where we are, the waning moon. And the moon begins to wane, we turn our attention inwards and within, reflecting on the lessons we've learned and releasing all that's no longer served. So it's the time we reflect back, finally, do the last few final things. Is, yeah, it was a good month. No, it didn't work out. I could have done this better. That could have been done, tweaked, so on and so forth. And the tarot and oracle cards help us to navigate the process of inner reflection, purification and renewal. So when you're pulling a tarot card at this time, the meaning you're looking at for the tarot is, the meaning of reflection. So when you're looking at a card in a waning situation, we're looking at the message that's giving us, helping us towards reflection, purification, because we're cleaning ourselves, we're cleansing us of all the toxic, we're cleansing ourselves. So maybe in the next couple of days, stop the drinking, stop the smoking, stop eating the chocolate. No, not. Okay. And renewal and thinking, right, what is it I want to do now? You know, what can I start now? And when you draw the cards from a tarot deck, you're guided to explore the deeper meaning behind our experiences and the wisdom that it's holding for us. For example, a hermit. If you draw a hermit at this time, the hermit is inviting us to withdraw from the outside world and seek solace in solitude and introspection. Maybe you're pulling the hanged man. The hanged man possibly be encouraging us to surrender to the flow of life. You know, the hanged man, he just swings and just go with the flow and embrace anything new. And as you're reflecting on the messages of the cards, find yourself guided towards a deep understanding of ourselves and our path. And this is what it's all about, the waning moon. What is our path? Why are we here? And if you're not happy in your life, because today is a waning moon in Pisces, and Pisces is a water sign, and I've been quite emotional today, peeved off and emotional. And of course we're going into Aries tomorrow, and Aries is fiery, because I got annoyed with a customer who didn't turn up, and I've chosen to allow that energy to pee me off. And I was thinking, why am I so emotionally drained and upset about it? Because we're in Pisces and it's waning, and I'm reflecting, and it's like, what can I do? And I got emotional. Oh my gosh, was I connecting to the waning Pisces moon today? And then of course we're getting into Aries for the next 2 days. And of course I'm Aries, I'm passionate, I'm fiery and things like that. So it's like, maybe I need to read the cards and tell me to calm down. Now if you're using oracle cards at this time, oracle cards, when you're pulling an oracle card during the waning moon, what you're looking for is support and guidance that will enable you to release and let go. And that's just when you're looking at a card, in an oracle card, you look at it and go, what message is it telling me about releasing and letting go? And it's a reminder of surrendering to the natural rhythm of life and trusting the process of renewal and rebirth. And that's what we're doing, rebirthing. Maybe it's myself, like, because he said, oh, I will definitely pay in cash, I will definitely be there, and I will definitely be there, and I'm going to, and I kept saying, no, I don't take cash, it's got to be paid. Oh no, I'll definitely be there. And I went, no, it's got to be paid, you know, no, I promise I will pay. And I just thought, and I didn't like his energy, and I went, oh, all right. And of course he didn't turn up. And so it's like, that's it. I always had my boundaries, and I let my boundaries down, and I allowed this person to step in and insisted on paying cash. And you know, I had this inkling, and I just thought when he was doing that, I thought he's not going to turn up, but Ian insisted. And so it's my lesson. I allow someone, so it's like I'm healing, you know, the energy, etc. like that. Allow the energy to wash over us, cleansing, purifying. So this is what I've got to do. Allow this healing energy, the Pisces waning things. So that's what that's all about. So where are we? Oh dear. So like I said, oh yeah, that's it. And then we've got Aries. We've got a waning moon of Aries for the next 2 days, Friday and Saturday. Now on Saturday, as I said, it's the dark new moon. We are feeling the energy of a new moon on Saturday. The new moon is on Sunday, and then you feel the energy on Monday. So the new moon energy, you will always feel the energy the day before, the day of, and the day after, because the energy is there. And so we've got a dark moon in Aries. You're feeling fiery and passionate. Go, what am I going to do? And then we're going to go into Taurus. So Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac, and it's symbolized by the pool, ruled by Venus, the planet of love. So you need to do anything that you're starting new this month, this Sunday onwards, do it from a place of love, with something that you love doing. And this is what it's all about. And if you're starting something new and it's not loving towards you, or maybe it's time that you started something. So if you are in a relationship where someone is a narcissist or not being nice to you, set up your boundaries and go, you know, I'm going to be kind and loving to myself. I'm not accepting that. Or if you've got a bully manager at work, go, you know what, that's not loving me, allowing this manager to bully me. I'm going to stand up and go, enough is enough. And it's like, because you want harmony, and this is what it's all about. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty and harmony. It's all about stability, practicality and determination. So it's like it's a new moon, and you know what, I'm really going for it. This is a new moon, new beginnings. I'm really going for it. And anyone born under the sign are often celebrated for reliability, patience and strong sense of responsibility. I'm not very patient. I'm Aries. I want everything now. That's why I like Amazon Prime. Other websites also available. When you're connecting the moon cycle with Taurus, Taurus of course is an earth sign. So if you want to start anything new, connecting with earth, which is like creating money in your life, solid foundation, a new home or anything like that, anything to do with your earth, which is money, finances, education, health, family, you know, relationships and everything like that, and you're wanting building a solid foundation in your relationship or anything like that, that is what we're going to get this month. That's what it's all bringing. And the earth sign, it brings a soothing, grounding energy, encourages us to focus on the tangible aspects of life. And when the moon is in Taurus, it is a time to slow down. So we've got to really slow down and think, what is it that we want from this cycle? And we need to be intent to our physical and emotional well-being. And this is what it's all about, the new beginning. What new object, new cycle you're going to start today that is new, but like I said, it's to do with your emotions, and which is grounding you into a good solid future. You know, what is it? You know, you can play completely blaming, I've got no money, this, that and the other, blah, 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 blah. Instead of complaining about money, go, what action can I take? Because I'm sick of not having any money. I'm going to get a solid foundation. Or I'm not happy with my relationship. What can I do to set up my boundaries? And it's telling us, this new moon or Taurus is inviting us to nurture ourselves and our surroundings, because earth sign, it's all about our home, and wanting to be stable in our life. So this is what we've got to do with Taurus. It's new beginnings, all to do with your home, your career, your health, your wealth, etc. like that. And it's all about self-care and abundance. Just going to say hello because someone's walked in. So that's what it's all about. So now if anyone is here and you would like to have a card, and what I'm going to do with the cards is I will be connecting the card to the moon cycle. So while I'm waiting, if you're on, come on and pop on and say hello, hello, hello. And in fact, I've just dropped all the cards. You're not having all those. We're going to look at the world. The world is our oyster. So let us look at the world and see how, and the world I connected to the a new moon. That's very interesting. Because the world is your oyster. A job well done, joy, contentment and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. Now in my book, Lunar Reflections, which made Amazon Top 50 when it came out a couple of weeks ago. So excited. Thank you to everyone who purchased it. Available on Amazon, paperback, hardback and Kindle. In this book, I assigned the world to the new moon. And we've got a new moon in Taurus. I mean, thank you, universe, for connecting with this. And the new moon marks new beginnings and a sense of completion before embarking on a fresh start. The world symbolises the culmination of a journey and the successful completion of a cycle. And this card represents the end of one phase with the potential for a new one to emerge. So this is where it is. It goes round and round in a circle. It's the world is going round in a circle. And this is the last card in the major arcana, the world. Card number 21, 22, whatever you want to do. I've just spotted something. Yeah, so in the world is the last card in the tarot, in the major arcana. And the new moon, like I said, I've linked this to the new moon, and it's like, because the cycle you work through from the Fool to the Lovers and so on and so forth to the last card in the major, and you come to, and then you start again, and it's like you've done this one journey, now we're going to start a new journey. So what are we going to do? Where is our new beginning? We look at all the experience that we've gained and how can we align it with our next new start. So that's the first card. So I'm going to do another. I mean, if you pop on and you want a card, say hello. I'm not sure whether any of the, if you are watching, comment hello, hello, hello. So let's do a card and let's see if I can link it again. So that's that one. Oh, that one flipped up. 9 of Earth. So we're going to go with the 9 of Earth. So let's find the Nine of Earth, which is a Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. So even though this says Earth, it is a Pentacles card. So the Nine of Pentacles, I have associated it with the full moon. Now, the full moon, we have come to a completion, a climax. Everything comes together with a full moon. The Nine of Earth, because we're nearly there with the 9, and it then goes up to the 10. And with the 10 of Earth, I then associate new beginnings, because it's like you flip back, now where do I want to start again? So the Nine of Pentacles, or this one is the Nine of Earth, is all about self-sufficiency, luxury, and the successful fruition of one's efforts. This card represents a time when material success has been achieved and independence is celebrated. The full moon marks a peak of illumination and completion, aligning with the Nine of Pentacles theme of enjoying the fruits of one's labour. So this is all about the culmination of everything coming together. You know, the 9, you started at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get up to 9, and then you finish at 10. So it's all your hard work is coming to an end, and it's like, this is what it is. So this is why I connect it to the full moon. And it's like, how can we align ourselves? And this is interesting, because this is Earth, and this is an Earth card, and of course with Taurus is Earth. So I will do one more. If anyone does join on and they want a card, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be finishing it soon. So let's do one more card and align it and see what comes up. So we've got the Seven of Air. Seven of Air is our swords. So, there we are, Seven of Swords. And I associate it with the last quarter moon. Well, we've just passed the last quarter moon, because it goes the last quarter moon, waning moon, new moon. So this I associated the Seven of Air, the swords. Okay, and there it is, Seven of Air, the swords. In this one is air. Air is all about our thoughts, consciousness, and everything. And the Seven of Swords represents stealth, strategy, or even deception. What deception is going on around you? Yes, the last quarter moon. What story are you telling yourself, validating why you're not doing anything? This is the deception of yourself. Are you deceiving yourself? Are you telling yourself this fake story? You know, I've got no money, but I see this nice pair of green shoes. Yeah, I need a pair of shoes. No, you don't need it. You want it. You don't need it because you've got 6 other pairs. But the deception is, no, I do need it. And you're telling yourself a lie. And this is what it is. It's about using intellect to navigate tricky situations, or sometimes sneaking away from challenges. So are you sneaking away, or someone sneaking away from you? You know, are you sneaking away from the real reason? You know, you've got no money. Why? What's the real reason why you haven't got any money? And you just go, oh, I've got money, everything's expensive. Well, then when you look at your bank statement, you go, well, I bought those shoes, bought that jewellery, I did this, and I had that coffee then, and I had another coffee then, and I had to take away 3 times this week. And, you know, and it's like, that's why you ain't got the money, because you did have the money, but you frittered it away on stuff. But this is what it's all about. It's like, you know, you're sneaking away from the challenge. Your challenge is, I've got no money. But it's like, actually, why haven't I got it? Where has all my money gone? Do you know where it is? And it's like, are you deceiving yourself, telling yourself this story that you've got no money, but you haven't got? You know, you've paid your mortgage or rent, you've got food on the table, you've got clothes on your back. What you haven't got is money to buy stuff. Buy that, you know, all those expensive handbags, having the first class travel to wherever you want to go. And it's like that. But the thing is, you start looking where your money is actually going, and actually look at your bank statement. Really look at it and see, look, I bought this and this, and then you feel guilty. You don't do the guilt. And it's like, And if I didn't buy those coffees, if I didn't have 3 takeaways, and each takeaway cost 25 quid, that was £75 I spent on food. I could have done a whole week's shop on that, and whatever. So what are you doing? So it says the last quarter moon is a time for release, reassessment, and letting go of what no longer serves. And this is what we're doing during this waning time, letting go of that story we're telling ourselves that we're validating, and just go, you know what, wake up. Let's just wake up. You know, I'm in this story. I can't leave, he loves me. And it's like, if I go, no one else will. That's just a story. These are stories that we tell ourselves, and we need to release ourselves. And the Seven of Swords can reflect a need to sneak away or make a difficult choice before a situation comes to an end. And this is where it is. We've got to make a difficult choice. The difficult choice is, you know, we get in a rut, and it's easy to blame, you know, we've got no money. And then it's like feeling sad. Oh, you know what? I can't be bothered to cook. I'll order some food in. And it's like, well, you did actually have some money then, because if you didn't have the money, you wouldn't be able to afford to have that takeaway. And then what I'm doing, and it's like, you know what, I'm coming to a difficult situation. You know, enough is enough is enough. How much longer? You know, have you whinged and moaned about something this month? And did you whinge and moan that same thing in March? And did you whinge and moan about it again in February and in January and last December and November and October? And for the last 6 months, you've whinged and moaned, oh, he doesn't do this, or they don't do that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Are you going to carry on moaning and whinging for the next, throughout May and June, July? Or have you going to go, you know, enough is enough? And this is what this is all about. It's like, I've had enough, and I'm going to take action. And this is what it's all about. It's taking a difficult choice. The difficult choice is staying with the norm, where you're playing the victim, the whinging, the moaning. And it's easy to stay in the, I do it. Yeah, it's very easy to stay because it's hard work doing the change. And it's like making that difficult choice. You know what? I've had enough of this and I'm going to do it. And it may be difficult, you know, should I, what will happen, what will do? And then your monkey mind goes. And this is what the Swords is all about, our thinking. And it's like, do you know what? Is that situation so bad that you really think, that's it, enough, I'm really fed up? And this is our emotions. When the emotion gets so much, it's like, stop, I can't do this anymore. I really, really can't. But then if you really can't do anything about it, right, do you know what? Like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it. And maybe that situation you're in now is like, I've got to walk away. Because it's harming. And this is it, is letting go of the old mental patterns or deceptive behaviour patterns or habits. Because it's like we're telling these stories and we're deceiving ourselves. And this is what the Seven of Air is about. We're deceiving ourselves with these stories. And how much longer are you going to go on with it? And this is where we are at the moment. We're at that waning moon. It's emotional today, and it is emotional. You're feeling emotional. Oh my God, I've got to quit the job, and what happens? And well, don't quit the job until you've got another one to go to, or whatever. I mean, if you're in a situation and it's just like, you know what, I've just got to do it. Got to stop this spending habit. Got to stop the smoking, stop the drinking, stop the whatever it is, because it's not doing me any good and it's making me negative. And even though I think, oh, I drink it, and you know, I have a drink tonight and it calms me, but it's not really solving the problem, because when you wake up tomorrow morning, you still got the same problem. You still got it. If you know, whatever it is, and unless you start dealing with it and facing, that's what it's all about. So if you've joined me, I'm not sure whether anyone's commented or not. So I apologise if you are commenting because they're not showing. So I'm sorry if you're going, hi, I'm here and I do want a card. Apologies for that. But I hope this is giving you some insight in how you can connect with the waning moon and a new moon with the tarot. But you can also, I've used the tarot, but you can also use oracle cards as well. So I've just happened to use tarot today because it's Thursday, Tarot Thursday. So I hope you've enjoyed the live today. Tomorrow is Feel Good Friday. Check out my posts for the Feel Good Friday tomorrow. And then next Monday we've got Manifesting Monday, and then we're back to doing free card readings again on Tuesday and Fairy Wednesday on Wednesday. So thank you for anyone who popped on. If you did make a comment, I apologise because they haven't shown up. But I hope if you had and you enjoyed those 3 cards, and maybe if you want a free card reading on Tuesday, if you're interested, you've enjoyed this, the book Lunar Reflections is available from Amazon, hardback, paperback, or Kindle. So pop onto, and all you need to do is type in, go into Kindle, type in books, type in Julie-Sian Lunar Reflections, and it is there. I will put the link in the comments if you do want to purchase the book. If you have purchased it already, let me know if you started reading it, and if you spotted an error. I've just spotted something in it, but that's okay, it's not major one. So thank thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed my definition of the 3 cards that I talked about today, and wishing you an absolutely amazing evening. Take care. Namaste. Bye.